Hey guys, TGX here, and welcome to something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be reviewing 28 Years Later. So I'm going to do it in two parts for one video, and then there will be a second video that kind of plays with the movie. I haven't gotten there yet, been kind of busy with work and then seen the movie and all, so like I will hopefully post it this weekend. But I seen it on June 19th, a day early before it released. Got this cool ass poster. I went with my buddy who's into zombies too, and he's never seen 28 Days Later, and we were supposed to watch it, but then we ended up just going to see this because it came to the day, and here we are. So I'm doing a review for strict one reason. When we were going before we went to go see it, I was reading a bunch of reviews, and it started making me like swerved away. Like it started making me not like the movie before I even gone to see it. So personally, I took offense to that. And by the time I got there, I kind of left it all at the door. When I got up to the fucking thing, which we did run into some rude ass people. I asked them, I'm like, can I get through there? And they look at me like I'm gonna fucking mug them. I'm like, anyway. I sat down and I let all the reviews go away and I just watched the movie. So this is my review of the movie. So I'm going to do it in two parts, a non-spoiler and then a spoiler. So this will be the non-spoiler, and then obviously you guys can click off if it gets into the spoiler territory. Now, I do recommend you go see it. I would recommend you see it in theaters. Um, if you are a 28 Days Later fan, now with the reviews, um, I've been sitting on my fucking audio thing for a while. Um, yeah, my audio, my OBS. The reviews are all over the place. Now I'm not gonna kind of review on them. I'm gonna kind of keep scrolling because I'm sure there's spoilers and shit. But there was a lot of 1 stars or whatever like that, and people who were saying that they were 28 days later or whatever like that. They didn't like it. Um, I do believe that the movie holds some of its soul from 28 Days Later. Like the movie is almost shot in a way where it kind of resembles a little bit of like the hope that they kind of had with the group. I just watched 28 Days Later a couple days prior. I watched it on Tubi. I know I'm bragging, free TV. Um, but I did watch it on it just to cap and decide whether or not if my memory holds true of it. I do like the movie, but I know that it's not like for the time. Yes, it was, but like as a movie in general, I mean it's pretty basic. You got a group of survivors. You get him wake, Cillian Murphy, Jim wake up, then he finds into his group of survivors, and they kind of just survive, their little arc, and it's nothing crazy. It's pretty generic, and the filming, the style, the music, everything. I'm not dissing the film whatsoever. It's fucking amazing. I'm just saying, like when you watch it, it's like okay. But you could see why, like back in the day when you go to see it in theater, that shit must have been fucking terrifying. So I can understand, but watching it at home, it's a little thing, and that's how I feel about 28 Days Later, or yeah, fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. But 28 years later, the best way I could sum it up is what you see is what you get. Now that doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's how I can sum it up the best and most realistic way possible. What you see is what you get. Now, for a zombie lover like myself, you could say I got Walking Dead thing, I got Mr. Negan, I got all Walking Dead shit. I love zombies. Um, as a zombie fan, I really enjoyed it. I was pretty open minded because I didn't know what they were going to do with the whole evolved. As you can see, Mr. Boy here just standing there with his little gulags. Um, so, like, the zombies, they all look cool. There's nothing wrong about them. I'm trying to see if I can get a good shot of him. At least one of them. tunnel. No, it's not gonna happen. Um, but yeah, so zombies are really cool. The trailer, obviously, I've been hooked since fucking December. I've been watching them nonstop. Um, like this guy too. He did a hell of a job because that shit was like perfect, perfect score. Like the everything. I loved it. I've been waiting for it. So the zombies again, awesome cast, pretty good acting, amazing. Like so. I know I'm jumping all over again. 6 o'clock in the morning. One of the good questions is it up there with Sinners? And I was like, I sat there and I thought about it that night. I came back and I watched a guy talk about it, reviewing it, and of course he gave it the Sinners or whatever like that. And I mean, I'm thinking between the two films. Um, and now I'm not a reviewer, a movie critic, or whatever like that. This is just some other dumbass on the internet giving his opinion. Um, Out of both, I would have to give it the Sinners because Sinners for originality. Um, Not saying that 28 years later isn't original, but it's more of like a cult icon, if that makes sense. Like it's one of those ones that stand out. Where 28 years later is that 28 days later, where you throw it in every once in a while, or you're a zombie fan and you put it in. I can't see someone like religiously beating their shit to this movie. Now, do I love it? Will I buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray and watch it again, or go see it again? Yeah, probably. I did like it. I did really enjoy it. You know, and I think that's the most important part that I was trying to get with this review, is that the don't let critics, don't let dumbass like me who can't even talk, go see it if you want to go see it because you're gonna end up enjoying it. Don't let people because I mean like it's kind of hard to explain because it's like when you get like computers or phones, like you look at the reviews because you want the best shit. You want to know. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. But sometimes not knowing is better. And like with the trailer, what did a good job was nothing was shown. Like everything. You had like the basics, but nothing was really given what the hell the plot was, what's going on, and there was just more questions than answers, and that's the point. So now, obviously, with the reviews, me being greedy, I wanted to know more, and it started ruining my experience. So that being said, don't let it ruin your experience. Go see the movie. If you think it looks cool, go see it. Give it a chance. Go watch it. Hell, go see it before you watch this, if you even watch it, because it is definitely worth a watch. I, as a zombie fan, am gonna still enjoy it because it's different, it's unique, and for me, being a zombie fanboy, the genre is a little soft nowadays. So, as someone that's like, takes creative stuff on the side, I don't really talk about it. I want to. I do like write books and I write like little stories and stuff. I love zombies. I love everything to do with zombies. I do all that shit. So to me, it's a little personal. Now on to part two. So this is part two of the spoiler part of the thing. Now, obviously, I already spoiled a little bit, but going into it, this will be all spoilers for the movie. Um, Everything, every little detail that I can think of, I'll go from start to finish and list out everything that I personally think. So, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to either get the fuck out of here or whatever. So, 5, 4, you're still here? 3, 2, really? 1. Now you want to know everything. You either seen it or you don't care. So, to be honest, what do I think about 28 years later, other than the non-spoiler review? And everything I said in the non-spoiler review is true. I do hold that dear. If you do enjoy it, and you did think the trailer was awesome or anything, and you want to go see it, and then form an opinion for yourself. Do not let this review or any review dictate what you want to do and or what you spend your money on. Because I definitely got my money's worth, and I can feel that. Now, how do I feel about it? Now, what I said in the non-spoiler part was also true. What you see is what you get. I told my buddy at the end of that I felt like the first half of the movie was the fucking trailer, and I couldn't boggle my mind. So you want to watch the movie? You want to review here? So perfect. Now we'll start with this. Opening is beautiful. So like I said earlier, with how you don't really need 28 days later to watch this movie. This is your setup. This gives you everything you need to know about what's going on in the world, and or if you never watched this shit. So this opening scene, very fucking brutal, very open, clean. It gives you a good taste of what the world is gonna be like. You got the little church. Um, him. Like I said, the cast really good, all stunning. But like this certain, I don't know. So I'm assuming we gotta come back to him. That's what I gotta do. We gotta come back to him. So this is the little town that they live on the island. It's Scottish, dense accents. So if you have trouble of hearing or you think accents are gonna be a problem, the movie definitely they have heavy accents. Wasn't like you couldn't understand, but they're definitely heavy. Um, but yeah, what you see is what you get. There's the zombies. Zombies are pretty cool. They do introduce a new type, the alpha. They don't really explain it though. They do explain that the zombies have effects, like they can get sedated and or they can breed or whatever. Yes, they can breed. That's all I need to know. Oh, and zombie slong. You like zombie slong? Yeah, there's a lot of that. Um, like, like I'm not even trying like I took notes, and it's like I haven't even really looked down at them at all because I've been trying to talk from the heart. Um, but yeah, the biggest downfall of this movie is, and what I compare to Sinners is, it relies too heavily on its sequel. So like if you guys didn't know, this is supposed to be a three-part trilogy film. You got this one, then you have the Bone Temple, which comes I think 126, 25, and then the third movie, and it's supposed to I guess depend on whether or not these two do good, and obviously I don't know if the first one's been taken too well, which I hope they do it because I believe that the ideas are strong. What they're building is really good. Now, I think a lot of people want it more, and I can understand why you would want more, but you could tell they're built. He's flushing it out between the three movies, and you get that when you watch it. They also and they got the baby zombies. It's like these big ass bloated baby zombies. Um, Trying to see. So it starts with the 20 days later. Um, Family life and town lore. I wrote down. I mean, they go. It's not really like anything crazy. They're like medieval almost. Everything's kind of like fucking water power. They clean their clothes in the water. The coolest thing though, which I do admire, is like the whole idea behind how they survive. So they rely on this whole passage way through the Isle to get to the mainland, which UK is completely quarantined now that they stayed at after the whole 28 weeks later, I guess, when it invaded the mainland. They were able to push it back to the island. It's just contained whatsoever. Anything steps on the island, they're not allowed to leave it. So they have this little path of land that clears up when the water, and they're able to walk across and get across to the mainland, which is a pretty cool idea. A lot of people, think like prisons, hospitals. Even the first movie, 28 Days, it was a big ass mansion or whatever. It's cool that they chose a location that actually like made sense. Like, I mean, that's cool as fuck. Regardless, um, baby zombies, Spike and Jamie relationship, really good. Father and son. He's trying to get his boy prepared. Everybody's kind of nervous. The mom is sick. Kid kills, trying to teach him. You got the alpha and the horde, which I think is pretty cool, but the alpha I think is a little underwhelming because they don't really explain his origins in the sense like how do they get that. Now obviously you got two more movies that could possibly describe that because Dr. Kelson knows of the one zombie. He has a name, Samson. So he does know about him, so maybe there's a potential to reveal more. So like I'm very open minded for these two movies to come out, and I do believe that this first movie was a little underwhelming, and I can understand why people are upset. But like I do believe that they're relying on the second and third movie. Now, is that bad because now you're relying on that fucking second movie, so people go? It's a little bit of a cash grab. But I mean, honestly, I could, because he already constricted from the beginning that he wanted to do three movies. So like, you kind of knew that's what he was doing. It'd be a little weird if he just bopped this, and then waited 4 months to be like, yeah, I'm doing another one. People would be upset more because like this is what we waited for. But if you knew you were getting another movie at the end of the year, which we are, why would you be upset? But see the house and the horde, they're going out, get chased back to the house from the zombies or whatever. Good fucking, I like the kills, the camera work, all done on iPhone. Looks it. There's certain scenes. Oh man, is it in here? There they are. These shots right here make the fucking film. I love these shots. These things are fucking amazing. Like getting goosebumps thinking about it. Fucking, those shots are so cool. So, the love is there, and that's very important. Call it what you want. Call it a little bit lazy or whatever. I do believe the love is there for the world, for his genre. I do believe it's there. I'm giving Danny Boyle all the credit, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm giving him a doubt. I mean, if he worked his magic before, let him work his magic again. Don't let shit just kind of take you. And like, thinking back, talking about the criticisms or whatever that I've stated, I kind of feel a certain kind of way because I'm trying to promote a good movie and then try to shit talk it at the same time, and that's not really cool, and it's not really what I wanted for this video, but we're rolling with it. But I mean, one undermining thing is that the love is there. The love is fundamentally there for this movie, and I do believe that with the other two, we will get the wrap up, because I do believe that's what he intended for it to be. Because this movie is only an hour and 55 minutes. I would say my biggest complaint was the runtime. I don't even know how long fucking yeah, Iran. Thanks, Iran. 28 days later runtime. Hour and 53. So that's not too bad. About the same. I was gonna say that's the only downside. I think it was a little shorter, but and then like with that being said, being a little bit shorter, and then the trailer being kind of what you see, what you get. I could see it's a little but I mean it's the first opening movie. I think it's like kind of like one of those ones like fun to watch. There you go, popping in and thing like your 28 days later, and then your second movie would be like, I would feel a little bit longer. You flush out more shit. You get the information about the zombies, blah, blah, blah. And then the third one would be that big epic, whatever they decide to do. They probably end up fucking nuking the island. Fuck the Brits. Sorry, British. So they survive the house. They wait in the house for a while. They see a fire. The kid asks about the fire. Dad brushes it off like he don't know. He never been that far. House collapsed. They're forced to retreat and get fucking chased by a big dong hong infected from trailer 1. Where is he? Which, I mean, the shots are so cool. Like this shot, they have a shot where it's like the fucking Aurora Borealis and like the stars all up in the sky and they're running across, and it's this shot right here. And his shit's slinging like a fucking weapon. But yeah, that. There's a lot of good moments. And I'm sorry that I'm not like really good at this. I'm trying my best. But I just do feel it's important to talk about. So when they get back, have a big ass party again. Heavy accent, hard to understand. But it's lighthearted, so like it feels authentic. Like the like I said, all the acting in the movie is superb. Like I can't even argue with that. And they say like Sinners too. Sinners acting was really good. I had no problem with Sinners acting. But I do believe these people in this had like I didn't see one failed moment where they didn't all shine. Um, Kid sees his dad with another woman down somewhere, goes runs back to his mom who's sick or whatever like that, and decides that, after talking to, I forget what his name is, the old dude or whatever like that, that he's gonna go find the doctor because his fucking dad lied to him, and then his dad fucking smacks him, gets more upset, and then makes it his mission to go and get out of there. So he tricks everybody, burns a thing down, and then him and his mom dip to the homeland, and she flips out a little bit. Then it cuts down to some, I guess, French soldiers or Belgian soldiers, and they're getting like slaughtered by the infected. And it always makes me wonder how they let this happen. Um, but obviously, a lot of them die, except one. But the way they did it, pretty cool. They're out in like this like dried out dam or whatever, and they're getting ran down. They're waiting to get turned. They get bit instantly. Fucking shoot right up, and then they all go into this dark area, and then Big Boy comes out and fucking mauls him to death. Where is he? Which again, Big Hoss. It's not a bad premise. I think this movie does it better than Walking Dead, because I mean, 28 years later, I mean, they think, what would happen if these people who are infected with a virus, who are alive still, they gotta eat, drink, all that. What happens? Do they evolve? And I do believe they can evolve. So I think they did this really clean. Now with like the super strength and like the extra dong shot, whatever Danny Boyle wants, honestly, whatever he wants his zombies to come out of. So then the kid and the mom are running from some infected. That's that this cornfield thing. This one, get chased by them, get to the gas station, all butane all up in there. They should be dead. A big clusterfuck. Guy goes in there, takes a chance, shoots it. Should have killed the kid and the mom. They're alive. They're fine. But I did like all three of them together. They were cute. Like the bantering, because like the guy is from the modern world, and he's like showing the kid, and the kid don't know, and the mom, he's trying to figure out what's wrong with the mom. They don't know. Eventually go, and they hear screaming. Ends up being a pregnant fucking zombie, which I don't know. Danny, what are you doing? Last time I seen a zombie like that, like zombie baby kind of like that, was Dawn of the Dead. But they say that it's not infected. They say it's normal. So I don't know what they're doing, Danny, what are you doing, Danny? Again, relies heavily on those other movies to determine what the fuck's going on. And that would be my biggest hiccup with it, honestly. So pregnant zombie goes in there, helps her push it. They're all like, "Oh, that's cute." The soldier's like, "That's a fucking zombie baby." The zombie mom goes and tries to attack. He shoots it, tells her to put the shit down, and then he comedically walks backwards and gets like manhandled by the big dude. So he dies. Then the alpha comes down, and sees that his little fuck thing died or whatever like that. His wife or whatever he calls it. He picks her up, sees she's dead, throws her back down, and then proceeds to chase the fucking kid and the mom through the train, and then they get saved by Dr. Ian. No, not Kelson. Which his character too, again, phenomenal acting. He did not skip a beat. Like, this guy literally feels like he's been out there 28 years just grabbing fucking skulls and melting them and putting them on the temple. Like, he fills the role perfectly. Like, he didn't seem like, I mean, he didn't have that many lines. He wasn't in there, but that's why they have a whole second movie called The Bone Temple, because I'm sure they're going to cover him on that and what he's been doing. And then the third one will be the resolution, now that I'm thinking about it. Bone Temple, Memento Mori, again, very important. Remember that you will die, remember to live. I think it's pretty smart, in a zombie kind of thing, because, remember, when you're dead, you will come back, and, death is part of life. There ain't no escaping it. So, like I said, the love is there for the movie. I do believe. show his process. They're just chilling, you know, whatever like that. And then I guess all of a sudden, yeah, just his mom just fucking dies. So he goes and kills his fucking mom. The son, you know, has a like a little, you know, heart, you know, beat the beat, you know, and then he just takes her away and then brings back the skull and then he puts it on top and then delivers the little baby to the fucking the thing, then leaves and yeah. I did miss a kind of a key part a little bit earlier on when they left. The mom goes and goes like complete ape shit on the zombie. The kid falls asleep. The mom takes the thing, and I was seeing people talk about how the mom was faking it. I don't think the mom was faking it. I think literally she was up, seen the zombie coming, and just protected her fucking kid. And I don't know why. And the only thing I thought was weird how Danny shot it. He shot that scene, then it woke up and it was dead, and it was like, what the fuck? And then it played back to her smashing it. Like, you think it was just showed her smashing it. But, and Spike is out on his own. He's sitting there eating some fish. Looks, spots it infected. Inspector spots him, and then they start all going. And then, probably the craziest and the most controversial is the fucking ending with Jimmy and his group of Power Rangers. Again, once I seen this, everybody in the theater were laughing. At least in my theater, were laughing, and me and my buddy couldn't help but laugh because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. But like, as soon as it got over, to me, it felt immediately like the scene from 28 Days where they're in the grocery store. Like, it just felt like that quick cut in, like just. And then, like, when they first get saved, when Jim gets saved from the gas station or whatever, and they're doing the cut to the Molotov and shit like that, that's what that felt like. Can I explain it? Absolutely not. But it does tie back into this, the father, where the little boy, Jimmy, runs from the house, blah, 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 gets to the church, watches his whole family be murdered, which he basically got him killed. Ran here. He got saved, got thrown into a little thing. Zombie came in, ate all him. Fuck off, Trump. And then they all went away and he lived. And I guess he came back as this fucking flamboyant group or whatever like that. But then the dad, Jamie, did tell Spike that there are weird people on the mainland. So I imagine as you go more in towards like the urban settings and blah, 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 I'm sure that it would get pretty fucking bizarre. I'm sure there's people that did many things to stay out there. My final review is what I said in the non-spoiler review. If you gonna go see it, go see it. Enjoy it. Do not watch any of the spoilers. Don't take any reviews. Just go watch and go enjoy it. If you did not like it, or if you did like it, let me know in the comment. I'm hoping that this shit is really good because it took forever. That's what we're gonna say. But yes, expect part 2. That's gonna play into this. I play a game. I'm not gonna give no spoilers. But it's been a pain in the ass to fucking get down, and so fucking hard, especially with trying to work and all that too. So we're gonna say, yeah, it's been TJX, guys. It's been 28 years later, and honestly, I think it's pretty good. But anyway, guys, I'm getting some sleep. See ya.